Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are here at home for game 2 of this 3-game set against the Padres. We'll have the subs in tomorrow. I've got an infected taste bud right on the tip of my tongue that's driving me crazy. So, my apologies if sound a little different or worse than normal. Also, runny nose like I've been having. Probably not helped by mowing the yard. So we did win yesterday's game. It turned out a bit trickier than we thought it was going to be. Ended up 4-3. But it was a win. We've got Gil on the mound today. And here shortly we will get the game going underway for real. There we go, Christian Guzman in the box. Starts off with a strike. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. It makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kevin Kuzmanoff to the plate then. He starts off with the sinker for strike 1. There's another called strike on a fastball. That one just a bit high. Kuzmanoff does not swing. He has not swung at all yet, in fact. Swings at this one and fouls it off his foot. Hard enough to get looked at. Alright, he's deciding he's okay. Well, I did go through a stretch where I did that to myself a lot. It does hurt. If you've not done that, that is for real. Anyway, Kuzmanoff looks at strike 3, so that'll bring Adrian Gonzalez into the batter's box with 2 outs and nobody on. And he also starts off with strike 1. That one down and away. Gonzalez lays off. This one misses. Must have been a hair inside. I didn't think it was high. That curveball's in the dirt. We've got a 3-1 count. Swing and a miss. That'll make it a full count. Gil throws a sinker that gets fouled away. We'll try again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Gil strikes out the side to start the game. Kester will lead things off for the Squirrels. Looks to be the same lineup that we saw yesterday. Shields on the mound. I feel like we just went through this with the Padres. I am not sure if this is the same Shields that was pitching for the Brewers or not. Kester fouls the first pitch away. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. And fouled away again. Still 0-2. This will hook just foul down the left field line. That one's out of the zone. Kester does not chase it. Hits this one, and it'll be through the right side of the infield for a leadoff single. 1 on with nobody out. Marvin will bat right-handed. He takes that slider inside. This one is too low. It's 2-0. There's a called strike. And that misses. 3-1. Marvin looks at strike 2. We got a full count. And he swings and misses for strike 3. 1 away. Runner still on first for Chief. The Squirrels ran all over Bard yesterday. I'm a little surprised Kester hasn't taken off today. There were a lot of base runners, and I think Bard only threw out one of them. Chief with a 3-0 count. Kester now decides to take off, and Chief pops it straight up. Bard makes the catch. I don't know why we waited till 3-0 to do that. Now there's a runner on first with 2 outs. Terry takes strike 1. Takes strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Shields is out of the inning. The Squirrels with a hit, but no runs. Still scoreless in the second, where Josh Bard will lead things off. First pitch to Bard is a fastball called for a strike. It was up in the zone. Follows that off with a curveball that gets a swing and a miss. And called strike 3. 4 outs, 4 strikeouts. Austin Kearns to the plate then. He will look at strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jim Edmonds to the plate then. 5 outs, 5 strikeouts. And he will look at strike 1. Oh, the Padres finally put the bat on the ball, and it actually falls in for their first hit of the game. Although that doesn't break up the streak of all strikeout outs. Jody Garrett is down 0-2. And he will swing and miss for the 6th strikeout of the day. It closes the top of the second. Frank is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. Frank looks at strike 1 on a cutter. Swings and misses at the changeup. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 away, Tom to the plate. And he will hit the ground ball to third. Kuzman off to first with it. 2 away. That'll bring Zach to the plate. He looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Called strike 3, and that will end the second inning. Not a lot doing in this game so far. We are scoreless going into the third, where Calix Crab will lead things off. Now that I actually know his real name. Number 27, Calix Crab, second. He'll start off with a strike. This one, Tom will catch it. That is the first out that was not a strikeout in this game, and it's a little foul out just slightly up the first base line. So Shields, the opposing pitcher, swings and misses at the first pitch and watches that fastball stay low. Gill comes back with another fastball that's called a strike. 1-2. Curveball gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Gill the first time through the order. The only non-strikeouts were Jim Edmonds with the base hit, and I think it was Calix Crab fouling out. Everybody else struck out, so, if you're not sure what somebody did the first time up, just assume they struck out. Guzman has a 2-2 count to start the second trip through the Padres order. He will pop this one up. Tom just has to stand up and make the grab. We go to the bottom of the third inning. 1 hit apiece for the teams, but no runs. Joey will lead things off for the Squirrels. Number 20, Joey, shortstop. First pitch is a cutter that's inside. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Line drive that goes down the right field line, and it gets through for a base hit. Joey stops on first. Leadoff single brings Gill to the plate. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a called strike. Puts the bunt back out there, pulls it back again. This one not called a strike. Bat back out for the bunt. This one he tries to put down, and it will just get foul. That was close. 1-2. He tries to bunt again, pulls it back for another one out of the zone. This time looks like he's going to swing. Instead, he just looks at strike 3. 1 down. Kester at the plate. Got a base hit in his first at bat. 5 strikeouts for Shields, the first time through the Squirrels order, which normally would be pretty impressive, but said Gill got 7. Kester nearly grounds into a double play, but he beats the throw to first. So runner on first with 2 outs for Marvin, who struck out in his first at-bat. There's a called strike, 1-1. Hit towards first. Gonzalez will pick it up and step on the bag himself, and that will end the 3rd inning. We are still scoreless as we go into the 4th. Kevin Kuzminoff will lead things off for San Diego.
Number 5, Kevin Kuzminoff.
First pitch out of the zone. Kuzminoff does not try to chase it. Doesn't chase that sinker either, but that one was a strike. As was that fastball, makes it 1-2. Kuzminoff yet to swing. Swings at this one, and it's going to drop in for the Padres' second hit of the day. A single out into right field. So leadoff man aboard. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. Watches that curveball bounce in. Another curveball gets hit through the right side of the infield. Back-to-back hits for the Padres, and Gill in some trouble for the first time today. Josh Bard at the plate. As that fastball sails, Tom does catch it before it can really become a problem. And that pitch is fouled away. 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner, makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss at the sinker for strike 3. 1 away, Austin Kearns at the plate. Runner still on first and second. Kearns quickly down 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Is Gill going to strike his way out of it? Here's Jim Edmonds, who already has a hit today. Looks at a curveball for strike 1. Slider misses. Fastball called a strike, makes it 1-2. Called strike 3, and Gill is out of the jam. We are still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th, where Chief will lead things off for the Squirrels. Chief fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at a changeup for strike 1. Hits this one a long way, but foul. So it's 0-2. And this is going to get down into right field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Chief will bring Terry to the plate. Struck out at his first at-bat. That slider sails high. That fastball did as well. Got that one down into the zone, and Terry pops it up. Crab under it. He makes the grab. 1 on, 1 out for Frank, who also struck out his first time up. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one into right. Will it get down? Yeah, Kearns is not going to get there. Chief on his way to third. Will he turn for home? He will not. Solid hit there for Frank, though, down the right field line. It's like it one-hopped the wall. So that 1-out double puts 2 runners into scoring position for Tom, who fouls the first pitch straight back. Hits this one up the middle, and it does not get through. Throw goes home, but it's not in time. Chief slides in for the first run of the game, and the Squirrels take the lead. Still have 2 runners on with only 1 out. Zach looks at strike 1. Hits this one. Deep into left center. Garrett going back, but he's not going to catch up to that. It rolls all the way to that huge, ridiculous wall out there. Zach stops for a double, but it's a 2 RBI double. Gives the Squirrels a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th, and they may not be done yet. Joey at the plate with the runner on second with just the 1 out. He has a 1-1 count. Hits this one, and that's going to get down into center field. Zach on his way home, and he will come in to score easily. 4-0 Squirrels. Shields shaken up out there. Gill at the plate, looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. This is probably just what Shields ordered here. Fouled away, but getting this out I'm sure would make him feel a lot better about getting out of this inning. Gill hits one up the middle, and it falls in for a base hit. They probably messed up. I forget who's playing center field. Oh, Edmonds. He should have gone straight to second instead of the cutoff man. They would have got a cheap out because Joey had to wait to take off for second. Kester grounds to third. Throw goes to second, and that's the only out the Padres get. So that'll bring Marvin to the plate with runners on the corners with 2 outs. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Up the middle again. That'll get through for another run. 5-0 Squirrels. Runners on first and second. Chief back at the plate. Shields just needs to get out of this inning. Throws in strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Swing and a miss strike 3, but the Padres just fall apart in that inning. Give up 5 runs to start the scoring. And they will have Jody Garrett coming to the plate in the top of the 5th. Gill already up to 10 strikeouts on 12 outs. Garrett, a lazy line drive to second. Kester makes the play. Calix Crab fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses at a high fastball, make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Shields is going to hit here. I thought the Padres might go ahead and pinch hit after that terrible inning. Oh, stupid nose. Shields grounds out to first. That ends the top of the 5th. Still a 5-0 Squirrels lead. Terry will lead off in the bottom half of the inning. Terry 0 for 2. He looks at strike 1. Hits this one into center field. Edmonds going back, but I think he's got a beat on it, and he sure does. 1 away. Frank got a double in his last at-bat. Probably could have been an RBI double, but Chief didn't break for home. But no matter, he got there. Frank with an 0-2 count now. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will bring Tom to the plate. He is 0 for 2, hit into the fielder's choice, but it was an RBI as the throw went home and they couldn't get Chief. And here he gets a base hit right up the middle. A 2-out single will bring Zach to the plate. He doubled into deep left center in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. This is going to hook well foul. Thought it maybe had a chance off his bat, but it wasn't. It was farther foul than I thought. Ooh, an iffy call, strike 3. But we'll move into the 6th inning. Guzman will lead things off for the Padres, who trail 5-0. Guzman is 0 for 2 so far. Hits this one, a weak ground ball to third. Chief to first with it. 1 away. That'll bring Kevin Kuzminoff to the plate. He did get a hit in his last at-bat. Got as far as second base. Looks at strike 1. This is down and out. This one is as well. Kuzminoff laying off a lot of pitches today. Swings at this one, but comes up empty. 2-2. Bounces in the sinker. We've got a full count. 1 out, nobody on. Curveball gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. Adrian Gonzalez also got a base hit in his last at-bat. Hits a ground ball to short here. Joey to first, and that will end the top of the inning. Joey up, and then a pinch hitter. We'll figure that out in just a second. 5-0 Squirrels lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Padres will change pitchers now. They find Wagner. We saw him yesterday. This is Ryan Wagner, if that wasn't obvious, not Billy Wagner. We did see him recently. Was it Florida? We just saw him somewhere. Anyway, Joey is 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles. He looks at strike 1. And this is going to be another base hit into left field. We're going to be super optimistic here. So Gill did get a hit in his last at bat. But we're going to go with Sweeney. Who just hit a walk-off home run the other day in the bottom of the 9th for his 2nd on the year. So he looks at strike 1. Fouls this straight back. And I spilled water on myself everywhere. Jeez. Pops this one foul. Bard chasing it, but he can't catch up. Pops this one up. Bard has a better shot, and he does make it there. All right, well, that'll bring Kester to the plate. He is 1 for 3 so far. Looks at strike 1. Bounces in that changeup to make it 1-1. Fouled away. We've got a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Marvin to the plate. He will bat left-handed now. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. I think that's his only one of the day. This one up the middle, though. That'll drop in for another base hit. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Chief at the plate. And he will look at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Both very hittable pitches, but Chief swings at neither of them. Swings at this one and fouls it straight back. This one into right field. Kern's chasing it, and he will make the grab. So our double switch strategy actually works out wonderfully, even if we didn't score any runs. 5-0 Squirrels lead. Josh Bard will lead things off for the Padres. As we will go get Gonzalez and put him into Chief's spot, and Sweeney will take over at third, just like he is rated to play. Doesn't always work out that nicely, but it did today. All right, Bard has struck out in both at-bats so far today. So he watches this one break inside. And this is going to go into right center field for a base hit. Took a pretty big turn there at first, but he does settle for the leadoff single. Austin Kearns has struck out in both at-bats so far. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 down, 1 on. And Jim Edmonds is 1 for 2 today. He looks at strike 1. Cutter is too high. Fastball catches the inside corner to make it 1-2. High fastball gets a swing and a miss. 2 away. Jody Garrett 0 for 2 today. Runner still on first. Garrett swings and misses at the first pitch. That pitch is up and out. Comes back with a splitter that gets pulled foul. 1-2. Changeup is too far inside. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will bring us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels lead 5-0, and Terry will lead off after the break. All right, Terry is 0 for 3 today. So see if he can finally get some good wood on the ball. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And fouls this one away. Still 0-2. Pops this one up. Bard stands up and makes the grab. So Frank is 1 for 3. He's got a double to right, sandwiched between a couple strikeouts, as he is well behind that fastball. Swings and misses at the slider to make it 0-2. That one misses outside. Wagner comes back with a changeup that gets a called strike 3. Tom at the plate now is 1 for 3. Got a base hit in his last at bat. That changeup's too low. Tom hits this one right to second. Crab takes care of that, and we will go to the 8th inning. Score being what it is, Gonzalez will pitch another one, but Crab will lead off the inning after ending the last one. He is 0 for 2 at the plate, a strikeout and a foul out. Watches that first pitch run outside. And this one will be too low. There's a fastball pretty much right down the middle. Crab let it go. Another fastball gets a line drive into right center, and that'll fall in for a leadoff single. Wagner's going to get to hit here. Looks at strike 1. Ground ball back to Gonzalez. He goes to second. Kester on to first in time. Mark that one down. 1-4-3. Bases empty with 2 outs. Guzman takes strike 1. This one is down and in. Lazy line drive to first. Terry makes the grab, and we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 5-0 Squirrels lead. All those runs scored back in the 4th inning. Zach is going to lead things off. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Hits this one into center field. Edmonds comes in a couple steps and makes the grab. So Joey, 3 for 3 on the day. All singles. That fastball is too far inside. There's a called strike. And that's going to be into center field, and Joey is 4 for 4 on the day. I would imagine that'll be his last at-bat, but you never know. Sweeney fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Up the middle, and this will get through for a base hit. Joey had to wait till that went through to break for second, but that time I don't think Edmonds had a play at second, unlike the last one. 2 on with 1 out. Kester looks at ball 1. Looks at a strike. It's Wagner really wiping his brow. Swing and a miss gives Kester a 1-2 count. And a ground ball to first. Gonzalez to second. Back to first. Not in time. Runners on the corners for Marvin. There are 2 outs. Wagner trying to finish off this inning. Marvin takes a strike. Hits this one high and into right. Kern's waiting on it. And he makes the grab. So we go into the 9th inning. It's a 5-0 Squirrels lead. Kuzmanoff is going to lead things off for the Padres. We are going to go get Zap out of the bullpen to wrap this up.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 23, Zach.
All right, Kuzmanoff is 1 for 3 today. Zap starts him off with a changeup for strike 1. Although I didn't say it today, and I have to every time he comes in the game. This is the all-star Zap we're talking to now. Has Kuzminoff at a 2-2 count. Goes with the breaking ball, gets a ground ball back to him. Zapp is able to make the grab and gets it to first, no problem. One away, Adrian Gonzalez, 1 for 3 today. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. Changeup gets a swing and a miss. Padres down to their last out in the form of Josh Bard, who did get a hit in his last at-bat. That fastball is too low. As is that breaking ball. 2-0. This one thrown in there for a strike. 2-1. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Change up too far outside. We've got a full count, nobody on base. 2 away. Popped into the air. Terry goes back a couple steps and he makes the grab, and that is your ball game. Final score today, finally one without some stress. San Diego Padres 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 5. And as mentioned earlier, all 5 of those runs scored in the 4th inning. If not for that one bad inning, then who knows what might have happened here. But the Padres just fell apart for 3 outs. All right, Gill is going to be your player of the game, and with all those strikeouts, I don't necessarily blame anybody for choosing Gill. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we've got one more with the Padres tomorrow. We will see you then.